question, Dante, Boxing Nation.
You're both in your prime. You've both tasted undisputed. In your mind, are there any similarities between you and Josh Taylor?
No, it hasn't. There's only one undisputed champ.
Oh, man.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So you guys just heard that clip that I played for you where you heard Josh Taylor actually interject and correct Teofimo, or correct the reporter, when he was trying to call Teofimo Lopez undisputed. Josh Taylor had to actually correct the reporter. Guys, it's supposed to be the other way around. The reporter is supposed to be the one making corrections when it comes to the facts. Only in the sport of boxing can a reporter deliberately mislead the public with disinformation. And remember, this is not just some random guy doing this interview on YouTube. He's doing this interview for Top Rank. In any other sport, if a reporter came out and he said something that was completely untrue, they would force him to apologize, retract what he said, and make the corrections. But not in boxing, because boxing is the wild, wild west of sports. Even ESPN's Mark Kriegel admitted during the Haney versus Kambosos fight during the broadcast. Mark Kriegel, he admitted that the franchise belt was something that was completely made up. And before he could even finish his sentence, he was completely cut off by Joe Tessitore.
But Haney should get some praise as well for accepting the rematch clause without any hesitation. As far as, the franchise belt, come on, man. That was just a silly thing the WBC made up. We are working our...
Mark Kriegel actually said that immediately after George Kambosos had lost to Devin Haney and he was in his dressing room. Meaning the whole time, ESPN had been promoting Teofimo as undisputed. They knew all along that they were misleading the public to spread propaganda. Moving on. So Teofimo Lopez, he challenges the WBO champion Josh Taylor this weekend, which is a very, very significant fight because the winner will be a serious player at 140. Now, I told you guys in my last video about Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez that if Teofimo wins this fight, there's a very good chance he could hold that belt hostage and refuse to fight a Devin Haney or a Gervonta Tank Davis or even a Regis Prograis. Despite the fact that Bob Arum just recently said that he's going to offer Devin Haney one of these three fights, either Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor winner, or a Lomachenko rematch. So even with Bob Arum saying that, it doesn't mean a whole lot if Teofimo himself does not want to fight Devin Haney. But after listening to what Teofimo Sr. just said in his recent interview, this is the actual first time Senior has ever came out and flat out said, we want Devin Haney next. He didn't say we want him in the future. He said, we want him next. Remember, this is the same guy that said a fight with Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis. It doesn't make any sense right now. We also heard Lopez say that those fights should happen in 3 to 5 years. Like I said, it's been 3 years since they said that. And now for the first time, Senior is saying, we want Devin Haney next, and how easy of a fight it's going to be. It started off with the reporter asking Senior if Haney should give Lomachenko a rematch, should there be a rematch? And Senior said, yeah, there should be a rematch, definitely. But to my surprise, he then starts saying, but we want Devin Haney next. You see, it surprises me that Senior said this because the reporter actually gave Lopez an alley-oop to divert the conversation away from talks of a Haney versus Lopez fight. He could have used the Haney-Lomachenko rematch talks as a complete deflection, but he didn't do that. This is what he said.
100% that fight should happen again. But you know what? We want to see Devin at 140. And I just want him to see my son. I don't care about no other fighters. I want my son fighting Devin Haney at 140. And trust me, right after this fight, that fight should happen. That fight should happen.
Is fighting Devin a difficult fight from the standpoint of, when you're fighting Tank, he has a lot of skills, but you really got to watch out with that power.
No, listen, man, with Devin Haney, it's not difficult. All you got to do is get away from that jab and the key, and that kid is just easy. It's just easy meat to take. All you got to do is take away his jab, and then everything is gonna be simple for my son. And that's what we're going to do, man.
There it is. So you guys heard what Senior said. Now, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say in the comment section, this is all cap. They're not going to fight Haney. They don't want to fight Haney. Now, that could be the case, but this is the first time that I have ever heard Senior come out and say, we want Haney next. But this is pretty crazy because right as I was doing this video, a new clip emerges where now Teofimo Lopez Sr. is demanding not $10 million to fight Devin Haney, but $20 million. I'm telling you, man, you can't make this stuff up. Right when I was starting to think a little bit that Teo Sr. was serious, when he was saying he wants to fight Devin Haney next, he pulls this.
Fucking break him down little by little.
If you win, do I get a
and I'm telling him, right now.
Did I come here for nothing? If you win, do you promise that it's Devin and Loma?
Yeah, for $20 million, motherfucker. And you know that.
Don't you price yourself out like that. Don't listen to him.
$20 million.
No, listen.
You know you love money, but come on, bro.
$20 million. It takes $20 million to get
$20 million.
You see what he said.
Teofimo Lopez versus Haney after we put the shit on this motherfucker, because it's gonna be a boxing exhibition that you guys never seen in your life, and he knows what I'm talking about. Let's go.
So that most likely was not the news that Bill Haney wanted to hear. Bill Haney is attending the fight with the hopes of making it come to fruition. Not to mention Bob Arum coming out and saying to the public that he's going to offer Devin Haney 3 fights that include Teofimo Lopez. That actually even puts more pressure on Lopez to step up and take this fight. So once again, guys, Devin Haney, all of a sudden, he went from having no options. He went from being the most avoided fighter in the sport of boxing to now having all of the options. He's having Canelo options right now where multiple networks are offering him big, significant fights. DAZN is offering him a title shot at 140 against Regis Prograis. And I already told you guys who Top Rank and ESPN are offering Devin Haney. And I'm telling you guys right now, if Teofimo Lopez, if he manages to beat Josh Taylor this Saturday, that is going to make a Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez a really big fight. I'm going to actually give you guys a breakdown and my prediction of how I believe this fight will play out this Saturday. But I'm going to wrap this one up for now. That's all I got, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram.